Good morning. So today it's nice and cloudy this morning. It's 83 degrees outside and 88% humidity. So it's a little hard to be out here in the morning because it's so humid and I'm already sweating here. But in today's project, I want to be working with this barrel today. I want to take the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. As you can see, it looks like it's declining. One, because I stopped giving it fertilizer, and two, I think it needs a really good trimming because usually this plant's like getting trimmed in between the growing season, and I have not been doing that. I just been kind of like neglecting it since I moved it here, but I do want to take it out, see if I could propagate the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. And I want to plant that rose tree in the ground, and I do have a place for it today too. So I think that's what I want to do today. As you can probably hear the cicadas, but this is my project for this morning. And then I do want to plant some new plants in here, which is gonna be plants that I got from the clearance. One, it's gonna be this canna. I want to plant this canna in its place. As you can see, I got it 50% off, and it said Tropicana canna lily, maybe orange blooms. I think this plant will go so well with the tropical milkweed that I already have here, as you can see. So this variegation of the leaves will just, I think, will pop really nicely here. So I want to put this one in its place of the rose and the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum, and then surround it with pentas. As you can see, I got them on clearance as well, and these pentas do very nicely for the pollinators, hummingbirds, butterflies, bumbles that I have around in the garden here. So I think they need to be out of the little can too, so they will be very happy to have a bigger place to be in. So I got hot pink and I got baby pinks, and so before I go in there, I do want to make some noise in case there's some snakes and stuff that don't need to be in here. And then I'll go in there and hopefully I could capture this right because there's so many plants around me. This is a pomegranate. As you can see, she is getting big and beautiful. It's so weird. We only got like 2 fruits out of this tree so far, but I'm hoping that as the years go by, she'll give us more fruitation. And yes, I'm gonna move some plants around here so that way in case there's stuff that doesn't have to be in here, I don't want to get scared by a snake later. Alright, so I'm gonna put you guys in a tripod and see how I'm gonna be able to dig this plant out. I do want to save the Super Tunia Vista bubblegum in a nursery can, and I'm gonna propagate some of it. As you can see, I got my little root hormone here, so I'm gonna see if I could capture that on video. If not, you just dip the plants in hormone and put them in a little cells with soil and just create a little greenhouse environment for them, and it will provide new roots. So that's what I'm hoping to do. fresh new potting soil on plant the tropical lantana. I think it's gonna be so good with this area because you know the tropical milkweed here is orange, red, and yellow, and then maybe this one will give us some beautiful blooms. As you can see, I could definitely, if I want to, I could definitely divide this plant. But I'm not going to today because this is the area where it could definitely get big enough in this barrel, and then later next spring, later in the summer, I could come and divide it if I want to. But I'm gonna hopefully let it get big so it could bloom for us this year. It's gonna be a nice little showstopper here in this corner. Oh, it's gonna look so pretty. Alright, so here we are. We have a canna lily with a baby pink and hot pink pentas. And those pentas are gonna love this spot because it gets really hot in the afternoon. Gets water from the irrigation in mornings. That's why I feel like everything's so wet right now. And hopefully we get to see this canna lily bloom this year. It's gonna be an orange bloom, so it's definitely gonna go with the vibe of what I have going on here, which is the tropical milkweed, the canna, and the pentas. And then mostly of my plants here are tropicals, like this alocasia. And as you can see, my dahlia is leaning over there, but we have the bananas, the alocasias, and then obviously the tropical canna and the tropical milkweed. That's all I have here so far because kind of made it like into a milkweed patch. As you can see, it definitely is a milkweed patch because that's all I have here, and some weeds that I'm gonna come and pick up on my maintenance day. So I just made a little pile here, but it will get cleaned up. I should probably go in there and weed some of that stuff before the bumbles and the wasps who usually like to fly around this area. So I'm gonna see if I can clean that up a little. Let me see. I will clean my mess later. I'll just let it sit there for now. And this already feels so much happier. Sometimes you don't need a complete new garden. You just need to change one little area. show you where I really want to put this rose, which I'm gonna replace it with the limelight hydrangea that I planted here. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna plant the rose there, and then make a ring, and then I'm gonna have some ground cover for it there. Hopefully she will be happier because she's getting new growth, and I think she was competing along with the Super Petunia Vista bubblegum. So maybe if she's in here in the ground, maybe she'll get bigger, and maybe the trunk will get thicker. But I'm gonna replace it with the limelight hydrangea, the dye bag. I bought a whole 2 flats of Blue Daze evolvulus, and it's a ground cover, and it does very well here in Florida, and I really love this plant. So when I saw it on clearance, I got 2 flats for $3.20 each. So I have 24 of these, but in order for them to go an extra mile for me, I'm gonna go ahead and divide them as I go. Hopefully having the tree here will help with make it look better. Alright, you guys, so this is a sneak peek of how I'm gonna do the rest of my trees later on. The sun is coming out now in this area, and this area gets really hot. It's supposed to rain later in the evening, but if it doesn't rain, I'll come and water this plant as I take breaks from my projects. But it's supposed to rain around 1 and it's around 11 o'clock, so we'll see. But the sun is starting to come out as the sun feels very strong. So this is the plan I'm planning to do around all my trees here, like the citrus trees. Put a ring around them and just cover them with Blue Daze ground cover with beautiful blue flowers, and pretty soon it will fill up this whole area that you won't see the soil. That's my goal. Yellow flowers with blue flowers on the bottom. Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous.
And before I call it a day, I had one more little project. Rather than buy more plants, I'm propagating some of the petunias I already have and saving the ones that I dug out of the barrel and put them in the nursery cans and see if they will grow back and bounce back again to life. And I also read this quote that gardening is not about making mistakes. It's about experimenting. And that's exactly what I'm doing here today. I'm experimenting and seeing if I could save these petunias so I could put them back in my garden and also make free petunias. So instead of spending money on new plants, I'm going to see how many free plants I can grow from these cuttings. And hopefully I could get a few so I could put them in my garden.
So let's go water these. So over here I have a few seedlings and a few propagations that I did myself. As you can see, this is a little red plumeria. Isn't that cool? I was able to grow a plumeria from seed, y'all. And I'm very proud of myself. You see the big one is right there. My sister-in-law sent me some seeds from her plumeria. So this one is a red plumeria, and I have yellow plumeria, so I will be able to pot it into a bigger pot as it gets bigger. But this is a plumeria, and she looks beautiful and healthy. As you can see, I have a few more. And then this is Blue Daze. I propagated. I don't have a lot of those. Alright, I water all my little seedlings here. My petunias are going to be here, sitting here. I'm going to be checking on them every day to see how they do. The good thing is about this tray that you can see in between the cells. So I'll be able to see here soon, see if I get any roots coming up. But isn't that exciting? I'm able to propagate my own Super Tunia Vista bubblegums. And then this is the fertilizer I use to water and fertilize the plants with this liquid fertilizer. It will help them grow big. So these are the Super Tunia Vista bubble gums that I cut back all the way back. As you can see, I left the little blooms there so that way they could get some photosynthesis from the sun, and I gave them a good fertilizing and watering so they could bounce back, and I'm pretty sure they're going to bounce back. As I make videos here, I'll give you some updates of how they look. As you can see, the garden beds look so beautiful and colorful at the moment. There's a beautiful swallowtail right there. Look at those beautiful baby blues from the plumbago, and the pinks from the zinnias, and the purples from the salvia. Oh, it's just so beautiful, you guys. There's so much activity going in the garden beds here right now. All the bumbles, lizards, everybody's out and about enjoying the beautiful flowers. I just love my hyacinth being here. She's adorable. Those blooms are very happy here too. Alright, let me show you the plant as I end the video here. As you can see, my plan is to make rings around all these trees that I have in this area. I'm not gonna mulch right now. I'm gonna mulch when I'm done doing rings and planting around these trees. Right now, I just want to show you like a little preview of what I'm planning to do. So as you can see, I planted my rose, and then underneath there I put Blue Daze ground cover perennials that will come back from me year after year, and it's gonna fill up this whole area. Pretty soon we won't be able to see the mulch or the soil. So my plan is to do this same with the other trees, put a ring around them and plant them with ground covers, so when I'm mowing or weed whacking, I won't be able to hit the tree, because I've been hitting the trees and I just feel so bad doing it. So I need to find a way where I could just not hit the trees when I'm weed whacking, because as you can see, all this grass here is just insane. And I will plan to do it all around these trees too, so I don't have to go over there and weed whack. And my goal here is switch the grass for a natural ground covers, which is like the peanut plant. But that's gonna be a lot of work just to cover all this area with just peanut plants. So my goal is just to make rings around the trees and put ground covers on the bottoms. It could be Blue Daze, it could be peanut plants, it could be ajuga, could be monda grass, anything that will help me make a little ground cover around the trees to make it look beautiful, and then just be able to create just beautiful grass like here. Like, can't wait for this grass to just come this way, but it's just gonna take time. If it was for me, I will get rid of all the grass, but that's too much work and money. As you can see, the grass here is just crazy, so I really can't wait to come next week and just make this my plan of just cover it with ground covers and put a ring around it and then mulch it. And that way I could just mow around this area and don't have to worry about the trees. Look at my kumquat. And then you see the flowers in there. So much activity going on here. It's so beautiful. Look at the swallowtail butterfly right there. As you walk by, all these butterflies just flow in the air, so it's so whimsical. Alright, so here we are with the tropical milkweed. I was able to come and water the pavers, clean them off, and then water the planter. As you can see, let's get closer. Oh, I can't wait for this to fill up. Yeah, some of the plants look a little damaged, but I'm gonna leave them alone. Whoa. I hope you could hear the thunder here. Ooh, could see the shadow of the butterfly. Oop, the sun is coming up now. So I water all the plants because we might get rain, but we might not get rain. You could hear the thunder, but it's not meaning my rain. That's the life here in Florida. So this morning I saw a bunch of ladybugs in this podocarpus tree. And then when I went to go get my camera so I could show you guys, the ladybugs were gone. They're like, oop, there she comes with the camera again. So I cannot see any ladybugs right now, but I'll show them to you as I see one. Look at that lizard right there, just chilling. Looking so happy, enjoying the plants. So it looks a little cloudy and just thunder going on. And I just water all my plants. So that's the life here. You water thinking, oh, it's not gonna rain, and then it rains.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. What I started as one unhappy container turned into a whole garden refresh. A new planting, a replacement tree, a new border, a Blue Daze ground cover, and even some free plants to grow. And that's what I love about gardening. You don't have to change everything at once. Sometimes you just keep improving it little by little. If you like to see how these new plantings grow and fill in, make sure you're subscribed, because I'll be sharing the progress right here in the gardening little by little.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!